Greetings! We are from 12 STEM 1A and we are here to present our research study entitled The Effects of Memes on Socializing Skills of Grade 12 STEM 3A and 4A students of Filma University of Pangasinan academic year 2019-2020. We have 4 problems that needed to be answered in our study. First, what is the profile of the respondents in terms of name, age, and gender? Second, what is the extent of exposure of the students to memes? Third, what is the level of socializing skills of the respondents? And the last one is there a significant effect of memes to socializing skills of grade 12 STEM 3A and 4A students of Filma University of Pangasinan?
The scope and the limitation of the study. The researchers recognize the several variables that are associated to the students' socializing skills. This study is all about the effect of memes to the socializing skills of senior high school students of Filma University of Pangasinan. This study was conducted from the start of the semester up to the end of the semester, where the respondents are from grade 12 STEM 3A and grade 12 STEM 4A senior high school students of Filma University of Pangasinan.
The motivation of the research are the social media users, friends, the things that will benefit the study, and the knowledge we will be attaining about the effects of memes to socializing skills.
Significance of the study. The study is conducted to collect information among the grade 12 section 3A and 4A students of Filma University of Pangasinan regarding to the effects of memes on their socializing skills.
The study will benefit the following. Firstly are for the students, wherein they will get informations about the effects of memes to the socializing skills. Secondly are for the teachers, wherein they will know that they should teach more about the effects of memes to the socializing skills of their students. And thirdly are for school, it's a guide for them that they should know how to overcome the effects of memes to the socializing skills of their students. And fourth is for the parents, for them to know how to help their child to overcome or handle the effects of memes on how they socialize with others. And lastly are for the millennials, for them to truly understand the effects of memes that they encounter on social medias. And for the millennials, it is for them to understand the possible effects of memes that they encounter on social medias. And for netizens, it is a warning for them to know the possible effects of memes that they post on social media. And for the researchers, it is for them to know and get informations about the effects of memes to the socializing skills of students. And lastly, for future researchers, it is for them to know if they will still conduct another research about the effects of memes to the socializing skills of students.
Related studies. The study of Ray 2019 entitled Internet Memes for Analytical and Expressive Exercise. RAS 2014 entitled Memes and Organizational Culture. Lunelio 2012 entitled Internet Memes and Everyday Creativity Agency, Sociability and Aesthetics of Postmodernism. And lastly, the study of Leon 2017 entitled The Rise of Memes Culture, Examining the Language of Memes.
Data gathering instruments. The researchers provided questionnaires for the grade 12 STEM 03A and the grade 12 STEM 04A students of Filma University of Pangasinan because of their involvement in this study and also to collect data. The selected respondents answered the survey questions. The questionnaire was composed of 3 parts. The first part was focused on the profile of the respondents in terms of name, age, and sex. The second part was focused to the exposure of the students to memes. The last part was focused on the level of socializing skills of the students. The handling of the questionnaires was done personally by the researchers and facilitated the retrieval of the respondents.
how data were gathered. We gathered data by asking information from the researcher advisor and asked permission to the principal of high school department through a letter. Before giving the question to the respondent, the researcher explained first the objective of the study. After answering it, the researcher collected the questionnaire, then tallied and tabulated the data.
Limitations and solutions. The problems that we researchers encountered are the lack of time because of the different schedules of the researchers and respondents, lack of information of our study, the struggles of giving and computing of our survey, the money that we researchers need to finish this study, having headaches because of the lack of sleep and pressure during this study. The solutions we did is to manage our time and schedule to finish the task we had. We are determined to find more information of our study. We equally divided the expenses properly. We sleep on time and maintain our body in a good condition.
We can contribute by giving awareness to them that they should manage the usage of memes in their daily life. To the future researchers, they can easily get information about the study and they can use those information on the study that we conducted.
Based on the findings of the study, which have been discussed in previous chapter, the researchers were able to conclude that number 1, the study showed that females are more likely to share memes than male. Most of females spend their time in using social media, while males spend their time playing online games. Number 2, based on the findings, everyone can share memes. Memes is one of the greatest symbols of social media. Most people will experience sharing memes because they make them laugh.
And number 3, based on the findings of the study, it showed that the respondents do not have much time to communicate using social media. Most people in social media are gaining fun but not gaining in confidence. That explains that the levels of socializing skills of the respondents are moderate. And lastly, in number 4, a meme is an effective tool to develop almost the socializing skills because memes add layers of meaning to a medium. Most memes are spread all over the world and can be seen by millions of people. And also, memes can be a topic of conversation, but some memes has negative effects, especially on confidence of other people because they're making fun about the skin color or in general their physical appearance. That may result to loss of confidence for other people to communicate.
Question number 1. What is your motivation for this study? Nowadays, we have been into social media. We can't deny the fact that 9 out of 10 people are using social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. Those are the examples of social media we've been using. As a student who is also using, memes are very popular. Once you will scroll your Facebook for examples, memes will be there. That's why, in this study, our motivation is to prove to everyone that memes can have a very big impact to their socializing skills. Our motivation for this study is all the social media users, family, friends, research advisors, and the knowledge that we can get after conducting this study.
Second question, what is the scope of this study? The scope of our study is all about the effects of memes to the socializing skills of the students studying at FINMA University of Pangasinan. Question number 3. What limitations did you encounter? The limitations that we encountered are the following: time management, scope of discussion, lack of previous topic in the research area, lack of media device to use, and some respondents didn't take the survey seriously. We encountered financial problem. We don't have any extensive experience in primary data collection, and we have difficulty in dividing the task and cooperation.
Question number 4. Why are your research questions interesting or important?
Firstly, it is interesting because memes are very trending nowadays. You can see it on every social medias. And it is important because through these questions, we will see the effects of memes to the socializing skills of students. Question number 5. Cite the two most important sources for your work. How did they help accomplish your study? Firstly are the research which was related to our study, wherein it was the guide for us to finish our manuscript. Secondly is the internet, where it was the biggest source that we have because most informations that we gathered was from the internet.
Question number 6. What is your research methodology? Why choose this method? In our research methodology, we use descriptive correlational design to determine the relationship of our two variables, which are the socializing skills, the dependent variable of our study, and the other one is memes, the independent variable of our study. We choose descriptive correlational design to determine the exact data that we will use for the rest of the study. It also helps us to determine if memes are good or bad to the socializing of our respondents.
Question number 7. Who are your respondents? How many are they? And what was the sampling method used? The respondents in our research are the students of grade 12 STEM 3A and grade 12 STEM 4A of Finma University of Pangasinan. We end up getting 84 students as the exact number of the respondents, where it will be divided into two sections. We use simple random sampling to know who will be our respondents. Also, we use Slovin's formula to determine the exact number of the respondents.
Question number 8. What is your measurement instrument? The measurement instrument that we use are frequency counts and percentage distribution, average weighted mean, and correlation coefficient.
In question number 9, what are your findings? Our findings are the profile of the respondents in terms of age and sex, extent exposure of the students to memes, level of socializing skills of the respondents, and last is the correlation between memes and socializing skills of the respondents.
Number 10. What's original about your work? The original from our work is the title, the hypothesis, the findings of the study, and the method we use to do our research.
Question number 11. What are the strongest and weakest parts of your study? Before I introduce the weakest part of our study, first, I want to state the strongest part of our study. Memes and socializing skills are relatively new phenomenon. As such, the amount of literature on our topic is very low or very less. This makes our research stand out stronger and become more original compared to the others. The weakest part of our study is also the topic of our research, memes and socializing skills. Why? As I said earlier, these are relatively new phenomenon, and there are not enough prior literature to cite on our topic, and this brought out many challenges for us.
Question number 12. Based on your findings, what are your recommendations? Firstly, the researchers recommend the parents for them to talk to their child about the said matter, wherein it will help their child to improve his or her character. Secondly, are for the students, they are recommended to spend less time on social media. And thirdly, are for the schools, wherein they should monitor the usage of their students' social media and teach them how to improve their socializing skills. And lastly, are for the future researchers, they are recommended to choose their respondents equally for them to know the different perspective of different persons.
Question number 13. What is the importance of your study? The importance of our study is to determine if memes have a good or bad effects to the socializing skills of many students.
Question number 14. What would you change if you were to conduct the study again? If we could change something in the study, if we will conduct the study again, we will change the place where we gathered data. Because we could gather more information, better information, if we conduct the study in a bigger or better place. Question number 15. What advice would you give to yourself if you could go back to the start of your research? If we will go back to the start of this research, we better study more and have more teamwork to finish every chapter of our research more quickly.